Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you today?
Good morning, teacher.
Is it good morning? It's already afternoon. Afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay. While waiting for the others, I always say to you, please prepare your grammar book. Yes, prepare your grammar book. Okay. We still have 2 minutes to wait for the others. And before we are going to learn our new topic, of course, we need to review our last topic last meeting. Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's good. We have 1 minute to wait. I want you to prepare, get prepared and get your grammar book. Yes. Prepare your grammar book. Okay, now I want you to open your grammar book on page 30. Samsip, page 30. Chapter 7, page 30. Page Samsip 30. Okay, prepare your book and open it on page 30. Okay, I hope you are already prepared. Okay, before we talk about our topic, our new lesson today, what was our topic last meeting? What was our topic last meeting? We talked about what?
Preposition of place.
Very good, preposition of place. And what did we do last meeting? What did we do last meeting?
Draw.
Yes, we draw. We identify the positions of object by drawing it. I hope you finished your activity last time, and I hope you enjoyed our activity last meeting. Okay, so today, for those who just joined the meeting, please open your book, open your grammar book on page 30. Chapter 7. And in this chapter, we are going to talk about imperatives. Everybody say imperatives.
Imperative.
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 Very good. Good job. Okay. Any idea? Do you have any idea what is imperative? What is imperative? Anyone? Do you have any idea about imperative?
Affirmative and negative.
Affirmative and negative? Maybe let's talk about it. Okay. Okay. So we don't have any explanation in the book. We only have activities, right? So I prepared a lesson for imperatives. The first question is, what is imperative? This is very important question, because how are you going to understand the lesson if you don't know it, right? What is imperative? Imperative sentence.
Imperative
Imperative
one of
sentences.
the four sentence types declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamative.
Okay, very good. Imperative sentences are one of the 4 sentences types. So in writing a sentence in English, we have different types of sentences. First, keep this in mind, okay? We have declarative. Everybody say declarative.
Imperative.
Very good. Next,
Declarative.
everybody say interrogative.
Interrogative.
Next, everybody say imperative.
Imperative.
Next, we have exclamative.
Exclamative.
Okay, very good. But today we are just going to focus with imperatives. But of course, I need to discuss you the 4 types of sentences. Declarative sentences, this means sentence that means a statement. We also have here in declarative, we have affirmative and negative. Also in interrogative, when we say interrogative sentence, these interrogative sentences, these are sentences that are question. When we say question, it is a type of interrogative sentence. An imperative sentence, we will discuss it today. And when we say exclamative, these are sentences that gives emphasis to something. Okay, next. Another meaning of imperative, the real meaning of imperative. An imperative sentence gives a direct command. No? Direct command. It can end in a period or full stop or an exclamation mark depending on the forcefulness of the command.
imperative sentence นะคะคือประโยคที่มีการใช้คำกริยามาขึ้นต้นประโยคนั่นเองเนาะเพื่อสื่อถึงอะไรบ้างประกาศการประกาศ interrogative declarative คือการประกาศ interrogative คำถาม imperative คำสั่งและ exclamative คือคำอุทานค่ะซึ่ง imperative sentence จะลงท้ายด้วยจุด full stop หรือว่าเครื่องหมายตกใจก็ได้ขึ้นอยู่กับสิ่งที่เราจะสื่อค่ะ
Okay, thank you, Teacher Namwa. When we say imperative sentences, it gives us direct command. Okay, it can end in a period or full stop or an exclamation mark. Do you know what is exclamation mark? Do you know what is exclamation mark? Can you draw it? Can you draw exclamation mark in the air? We draw a straight line and a full stop. Straight line and a full stop. That is an exclamation mark. Okay. What is the form of an imperative sentence? Do you have any idea? The form of imperative sentence, the typical form or structure of an English imperative sentence uses the base verb with no subject. It is actually a verb. In fact, many imperative sentences consist of nothing but the verb. For example, look at my example here. Our action word, verb stop. Actually, the verb stop is already considered as imperative. Or another one, please sit here. We have here our verb sit. You are asking someone, you are telling someone, please sit here. Or you are telling someone, stop what you are doing. That is an example of imperative sentence.
โดยโครงสร้างประโยค imperative sentence นะคะขึ้นต้นประโยคด้วยคำกริยาโดยที่ไม่ต้องมีประธานเลยค่ะเช่น stop หยุดเดี๋ยวนี้ please sit here เชิญนั่งตรงนี้ค่ะ
Okay, imperative, always remember kids, imperative sentences can be positive or negative form and can refer to present or future time. We also have affirmative and negative form in imperative sentence. Okay, next. Wait a minute. Okay, next. What is the function of an imperative sentence? What do I mean by function? What is or what are the uses of imperative sentence? How are we going to use it? Now, first, we have to give order. To give order. Everybody say order.
Order.
Okay, look at my example here. If you give order, for example, you want someone to get out of the room, you say, get out, please get out. That sentence is an example of imperative. When we give order to others. Another one, we have request. Everybody say request.
Request.
Very good. We also use imperative sentence when we ask for request. For example, please ask
to leave
the
room.
please. For example, we are inside a classroom and you want to go to the toilet. You can say, teacher, may I go to the toilet, please? That is an example of request, which means it is an imperative sentence. Another one, we use imperative when we talk about advice. Everybody say advice.
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 Where is the sound of C? Advice.
Advice.
Very good. What do I mean by advice? Look at my example here.
Don't eat
Don't eat a lot of sweets.
I am telling you, for example, kids, I am giving you an advice to not eat a lot of sweet because it's bad for your teeth, right? I am giving you advice.
Yes.
I want to make you a better person. I don't want you to be I don't want you to get your teeth destroyed because of a lot of sweet. So I'm giving you advice. And when I'm giving you advice, that is an example of imperative sentence. Next, we have the word. We also use imperative sentence when we give instruction. Everybody say.
Instruction.
Very good. Again, instruction.
Instruction.
Very good. What do I mean by instruction? Look at this
Turn
one.
left at the end of the road.
Very good. Turn left at the end of the road. For example, someone is asking you for direction. Where is Supasek's house? Where is Fasai's house? Where is Paipa's house? Okay, please go straight and turn left. Please go straight and turn right. If instruction is an example of imperative sentence. And last, we have when we also give warning. Everybody say warning.
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 Very good. When we say
Warning.
warning, look at my example here.
Look out.
Look out.
For example, something is falling, and then the person didn't see that something is falling. You say, look out. Or you can say, please be careful. That is an example of imperative sentence. In imperative sentence, we give order, we ask for request, we give an advice, we give instruction, and warning. Let's read. Everybody say order.
Order.
Very good. Everybody say request.
Request.
Very good. Everybody say advice.
Advice.
Very good. Everybody say instruction.
Instruction.
Very good. Everybody say warning.
Warning.
Very good.
ตัวอย่างการใช้ imperative sentence ในสถานการณ์ต่างๆค่ะ order คำสั่งในเชิงคำสั่งนะคะ อย่างเช่น get out ออกไป ข้อ 2 request ก็คือการขอร้อง please ask to leave the room กรุณาขอออกจากห้องก่อนที่จะออกจากห้องด้วยค่ะ 3 advice ก็คือคำแนะนำตัวอย่างเช่น don't eat a lot of sweets อย่ากินขนมเยอะนักสิ 4 instruction คือการชี้แนะค่ะ เช่น turn left at the end of the road เลี้ยวซ้ายตรงสุดถนน และ warning คือการเตือนค่ะ อย่างเช่นคำว่า look out ที่แปลว่าระวังเป็นต้นค่ะ
Okay, thank you, teacher Namang. Anyone who can give me an example of imperative sentence in when we talk about giving order. Can you give me example of a sentence? Giving orders.
Please get please get out my house.
Oh, very good. Another one, for example, in the classroom and everyone is noisy. What will you say?
Get out. Get out.
Get out.
Sit.
What will you say when you, what will you say if everyone in the classroom is very noisy?
Please quiet.
Shut up.
Yes, very good. We can say
Shut up.
keep quiet. And if everyone did not keep quiet, you can say get out of the room, right? Very good. Next, how about request? Can you give me example of request? Request, I should
Please
say.
ask a teacher when you go to toilet.
Very good. Or give me example of a sentence that you are asked for or you are requesting for something.
May I go to toilet, please?
Very good. Another one.
Can I go to eat the?
Can I go to drink water, please?
Very good. May I drink water? Can I go out? Or may I drink water, please? Very good. How about, can you give me a sentence that talks about giving advice?
Don't
Giving
eat
advice.
a lot of cola.
Don't drink a lot of cola because it's bad for our health. Another advice. Another advice.
Don't.
What will you do? What will you do to pass the exam? What advice you're going to say to your classmates in order for them to pass the exam? What are you going to say to your classmates if you
Read
want
a
them
book.
to pass?
Read a book.
Very good. Always read a book. Another one. Study. Study.
Learn.
Study well. Study hard. Very good. That is giving an
Study
advice.
learn.
How about giving an instruction?
Turn right at the end of the road.
Very good. Turn right at the end of the road. For example, someone is asking where, for example, you are in Central Plaza. You are in Central Plaza, okay? Now, someone asks you, how can I go to Tesco supermarket? What will you say?
Go forward and turn right. Turn left. Turn
Go
left.
straight and turn left.
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 Turn left.
Left.
Very good. Very good. And last, how about warning? Can you give me a sentence using
Look out a car.
Dangerous.
look out, there's a car. Very good. Another one.
Look
It's
out.
dangerous.
There's a plane.
Very good. Be
Dangerous.
careful.
Look
It's
out.
dangerous
It's a
there.
bird.
Very good. Another one. Last.
Look out. That have a fire.
Look
In that
out.
house.
Look out.
It's a bird.
Look out. There's a big car. Big car. Big truck. No?
There are
Very
plane.
good. Did you understand what is order,
out.
request,
Yes.
advice, instruction, and warning? Did you understand?
Yes.
Any question? Do you have any question? Any question about the types or the function of imperative sentence? Any question?
No.
Any clarification you want to understand more? Anyone? No? We can proceed to another lesson about imperative. Okay, very good. Okay, next, let's talk about how do we use an imperative sentence? The structure. Oh, look at this one. Although we use imperative sentences to give direct commands, we can also use them to give instructions more politely than a straight command. What do we mean by more politely? When we say politely, we say the word please, right? If you want to sound more politely, you use the word please. Please turn left. Please go out.
Please turn off a light, please.
Yes, please keep quiet. Because oh, look at this one. Look at this. Listen very well. When I say get out, it's like I'm angry, right? When I say get out, teacher Irish looks angry. But when I say please get out, I am saying it more politely than being angry. Okay, instructions like these are quite common. For example, in a user guide to explain how to operate a machine, imperatives can also be used with words like please or kindly to add politeness. So instead of using please every time, we can also use the word kindly. Kindly bring out your book, or if you observe, sometimes I always say, kindly open your book on page 30. Don't forget the word please and kindly to show or to give instruction more politely.
แม้ว่าเราจะใช้ imperative sentence ออกแนวเชิงคำสั่งนะคะ แต่ว่าเรายังสามารถใช้ประโยคเหล่านี้อย่างสุภาพได้ด้วยการใส่คำว่า please หรือว่า kindly ไว้ข้างหน้า please แปลว่าโปรด kindly แปลว่ากรุณาอย่างเช่นเมื่อกี้ที่เชอร์บอกว่าคำว่า get out เฉยๆเนี่ยมันดูเหมือนแบบฟังดูเหมือนอีกฝ่ายเขาโกรธเราอยู่เนาะ get out ออกไปแบบนี้แต่ถ้าเกิดเราใส่คำว่าplease get out ก็คือกรุณาเชิญออกไปด้วยค่ะมันก็จะดูสุภาพขึ้นเป็นต้นค่ะ
Okay, thank you, teacher Nama. Everybody say please.
Please.
Or in a soft voice, please.
Please.
Everybody say please. I want to hear letter S. Please.
Please.
Very good. Next, everybody say kindly.
Kindly.
Very good. Kindly. Very
Kindly.
good. Okay, thank you. Next. Oh, look at this one. Look at my PowerPoint. Look at these positive and negative examples. We have here example context. What I mean here is like a topic where we can make a sentence using imperative. Okay, we have positive and negative. Do you know what is? Look at the first example. Army. Do you know army? Do you have any idea what is an army?
No.
What is an army?
I don't know.
Army is like soldier.
Yes.
Soldier. Yes. Soldiers belongs to an army, like a police, soldiers. Now, if they are ordered to, for example, there is a terrorist. You know what terrorist? A bad people, terrorists who likes to do bad things. And if they have a mission, they say, shoot, meaning, what are they going to shoot? They're going to get their guns and shoot. Next, for example, for negative imperative, look at this one, don't move. For example, the place has a lot of bombs. So the leader will order, don't move because it is dangerous. Okay, next we have user guide. What do we mean by user guide? User guide, or what we call, everybody say, manual.
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 Very good. What is manual? For example, you bought an Apple, an iPhone, right? For example, you bought iPhone 12 Pro Max. Wow, very rich. For example, you bought an iPhone Pro Max. Now, when you open the box, you will see a user guide, a manual. For example, it shows how are we going to use iPhone 12 Pro Max. So we have here example, remove the packaging, open the blue box and connect two wires or connect the charger. That is giving a positive instruction. Okay, for negative sentence example, look at this one. Don't forget, do not dispose of battery in the trash. Meaning, for example, your iPhone Pro Max, do not put it in a trash. Don't put the battery if it's destroyed or broken. Do not put it in the battery or do not put it in the trash because it is dangerous. Another topic here, we have the word school. Now in school, your teachers always gives you orders, instructions, right? Like for example, before you eat, teachers ask you to wash your hands. And every time you have class for negative imperative, your teachers always say to you, don't forget to do your homework. Don't forget your homework. That is an example of imperative sentence. Next, how about in airplane? For example, you want to go to America. You want to go to Korea. Do you want to go to Korea? Yes.
I
How
want
about
to
in
go
Japan?
Vietnam.
Korea to see
No.
Blackpink, right?
I want to go to
See
Japan.
Japan, wow, to see.
I
I
want
want
to
to
go
go
to
to
Japan and
South.
Vietnam and
How
Chinese,
about who wants to go to North Korea?
North Korea.
No.
Do you
I
No.
want to
want
go
to
to
go
North Korea?
America.
No. Okay,
No.
now, for example, you are going to ride an airplane. Of course, there are rules, there are instructions for safety when riding an airplane. For example, the stewardess or flight attendant will say, please remain seated until the seat belt sign is off. It is for your own safety. Another one for negative imperative. Do not smoke in the toilets. Yes, it is prohibited because do you think you can smoke inside an airplane? It's very close. And if you smoke inside the airplane, people will get suffocated. You cannot breathe and it smells so bad. That is an example of imperatives when we are talking about when our topic is airplane. Next, how about if we talk about hotel? Do you know what is a hotel? Anyone?
Yes.
Give me example of
in
hotel.
Thai พยาบาล
Do you know a name of a hotel?
Yes.
สุขุมวิท
Do you know Hilton in Pattaya? That is a very
Yes.
nice. That is a very, very nice hotel, but very expensive, right? Okay, now look at this one. Kindly help yourself to fruit. What does it mean? For example, you are going to eat. You should kindly help yourself. You should help yourself serving. You should do serving by yourself. And another one for negative sentence, please don't forget your belongings. What does it mean? Please don't forget your belongings after you stayed in a hotel. After you stayed in a hotel and you want to go home, please check the room if you have something you left on the table, on the bed, something that you own. You should keep it properly before leaving the hotel. And of course, we also use imperatives when we are talking to our friends. Do you have friends? Do you have friends? Do you have a lot of friends?
No.
No,
No.
only a few, maybe one friend or two friends, right? Now, when we are talking to our friends, we can use imperative sentence. Like, for example, you are planning to meet up. You are planning to meet up in a cafe or in a restaurant. You can say, please be waiting when we arrive, or please wait for me, okay? Please wait for me before you order a food. Or for negative imperative, you can say, please don't be late. No one wants to be late, right? No one wants to wait for so long. That is when we use imperative sentence in different topics. Teacher Namwa?
yes ตัวอย่าง sorry ตัวอย่าง imperative sentence ในเชิงบวกแล้วก็เชิงลบค่ะ ตัวอย่างแรก army แปลว่ากองทัพนั่นเองเนาะสมมุติในสถานการณ์อยู่ในกองทัพ positive shoot ยิง negative don't move อย่าขยับอย่างนี้ค่ะสถานการณ์ที่2 user guide อันนี้แปลว่าคำแนะนำสำหรับผู้ใช้งานนะคะ remove the packaging แกะบรรจุภัณฑ์ออก open the blue box and connect the two wires ก็คือเปิดกล่องสีฟ้าออกแล้วก็เชื่อมต่อเข้ากับสายไฟค่ะส่วน negative do not dispose of battery in the trash ห้ามทิ้งแบตเตอรี่ลงในถังขยะค่ะ school สถานการณ์ในโรงเรียน now wash your hands เอาล่ะทีนี้ไปล้างมือนะเด็กๆอันนี้เป็นคำที่คุณครูพูดเนาะส่วนในรูป negative don't forget your homework ห้ามลืมทำการบ้านด้วยนะคะต่อไป airplane สถานการณ์ที่อยู่บนเครื่องบินเนาะ please remain seated until the seat belt sign is off อันนี้เคยได้ยินไหมคะถ้าใครเคยขึ้นเครื่องบินน่าจะได้ยินกรุณานั่งที่จนกว่าเสียงเตือนรัดเข็มขัดนิรภัยจะดับลงและรูป negative do not smoke in the toilet ห้ามสูบบุหรี่ในห้องน้ำนะคะต่อไป hotel สถานการณ์ที่โรงแรม kindly help yourself to fruit กรุณาบริการผลไม้ด้วยตัวเองรูป negative please don't forget your belongings อย่าลืมสัมภาระของคุณลูกค้านะคะและสุดท้าย friends กับเพื่อนๆเนาะ please be waiting when we arrive ก็คือรอแป๊บนึงนะจนกว่าพวกเราจะไปถึงรูปปฏิเสธ negative don't be late อย่าสายเชียว
Okay, thank you, teacher Namwa. Next. Okay, now I'll give you additional knowledge. Look at this one. Imperative with subject. Okay. Normally, when we use the imperative, there is no subject, right? For example, go out or get out. We don't have subject there because get out itself is only a verb, right? But we can incorporate subject with imperative. Now look at this one. There is no subject because the subject is obvious. It's you. Sometimes, however, to make the subject clear, we do use a subject. For example, look at this one. Everybody look. What is our subject? Everybody. What is our verb? Look. Or we can say, nobody move.
Look.
Nobody move. What is our subject? And
Move.
nobody move. Move. Subject. Subject. I'm asking for subject.
Nobody.
Nobody. And how about your verb?
Move.
Move.
Another one. Look at this one. John, sit down. The rest of you can go home, or the rest of you go home. You want John to remain in their classroom. John, sit down. From the sentence, John, sit down. What is our subject?
Sit.
John. Very good. What is our verb?
Also.
Off your home.
Sit.
Sit.
Sit
And the
down.
rest of you go home. Our subject here, the rest of you. And then our verb is go. How about this one? Somebody answer the phone. What is our subject?
Somebody.
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 Phone.
Phone.
Huh? Verb. Verb. Action word.
Answer.
Answer. Okay, don't forget your verb. Verbs are action words. Now in imperatives, originally it can be consist of your verb only, but you can also add a subject. It is allowed to add a subject.
โดยปกติเราใช้ imperative sentence โดยที่ไม่มีประธาน นั่นเพราะว่าเรารู้ว่ากล่าวถึงอีกฝ่ายอย่างชัดเจนนะคะแต่ว่าในบางครั้งเนี่ยถ้าเราอยากจะทำให้ประธานชัดเจนมากยิ่งขึ้นเราก็สามารถใส่ประธานไปได้เช่น everybody look ทุกคนดูนั่นสิ nobody move ห้ามใครขยับทั้งนั้น John sit down the rest of you go home John นั่งลงคนอื่นกลับบ้านได้แล้วก็ somebody answer the phone มีใครบางคนรับโทรศัพท์
Okay, thank you, teacher Namwa. Next, we can also use you as the subject to imply anger. As in, we can use the word you as a subject. For example, You watch your mouth, young man. What does it mean? For example, the guy or the person is talking bad and you are very angry. You say, you watch your mouth, young man. You watch your mouth, meaning you have to be careful. You have to be careful on what you are saying. Or we can also say, you be quiet. You are pertaining to a particular person. You point it out. You are angry. You keep quiet. Or you can actually say the name. For example, Anatep, be quiet. Keep quiet. It's just an example, okay? It's just an example. I know you are quiet. You are behaved. And look at this one. Don't you talk to me like that. When do we say, don't you talk to me like that? For example, someone is shouting at you. Something like that. And then, of course, no one wants to be shouted at, right? Do you want that someone is shouting at you, like scolding you? No, right? And you can say in anger, don't you talk to me like that. But kids, it is not applicable for you to say that when you are talking to an elder person, a person who is older than you. You should have always have a respect.
เราสามารถใช้ you เป็นประธานเพื่อแสดงถึงความโกรธหรือว่าไม่พอใจได้นะคะ อย่างเช่น you watch your mouth young man ระวังปากของแกไว้นะไอ้หนุ่ม you be quiet แกนั่นแหละเงียบซะ don't you talk to me like that อย่าใช้คำพูดแบบนั้นกับฉันนะ เป็นต้นค่ะ
Okay, thank you, teacher. Next, imperative with unreal command. What do I mean by unreal commands? No? We often express hope and make suggestion with the imperative form, but these are not real commands, meaning it's not real, or you are giving suggestions. For example, have a good trip. For example, your friends are going to Phuket, and then you are hoping for them to have a good trip, a safe trip. Go from Chonburi to Phuket. Next, enjoy your meal. For example, your parents or friends, your family are eating. You can say, enjoy your meal. You are hoping that they are going to enjoy, they are going to like their meal, their food. When we say meal, it's a food. Next, if there's no olive oil, try almond oil. This is an example of suggestion. You are not sure. You are not sure that there is an olive oil in the market. So, as giving suggestion, instead of using olive oil, we can use almond oil.
imperative ใช้เพื่อที่ใช้เพื่อแสดงความหวังหรือว่าการเสนอแนะนะคะซึ่งไม่ใช่คำสั่งตัวอย่างเช่น have a good trip เดินทางปลอดภัยนะเที่ยวให้สนุกล่ะ enjoy the meal ทานให้อร่อยนะ if there's no olive oil try almond oil ถ้าไม่มีน้ำมันมะกอกลองน้ำมันอัลมอนด์สิอันนี้เป็นการ suggest เนาะก็คือแนะนำเสนอแนะนะคะ
Okay, thank you, teacher. Okay, now next we have imperative with do. No, with the verb, auxiliary verb do. If we put do before the imperative, the effect is to make requests, apologies, and complaints more emphatic but also more polite. For example, look at my example here. Do take a seat. You are requesting someone to sit down, but in a polite way. We can add do, no? So instead of saying, please take a seat or kindly take a seat, we can actually use do. Do take a seat. We can also say it in a polite. We use do to say request in a polite way. Next, do forgive me. I didn't mean to offend you. You are asking for apologies. What do we mean by apologies? When we say apologies, we are asking or we are telling someone that we are very sorry. Do forgive me. I didn't mean to offend you. When we add the verb, the auxiliary verb do, the sentence, the imperative becomes more emphatic and more polite. Next, do try to keep the noise down, gentlemen. Meaning, it has the same meaning with please keep quiet. Keep the noise down.
ใช้ดูนำหน้าประโยคเพื่อแสดงการขอร้องขอโทษหรือว่าการร้องเรียนแต่ยังมีความสุภาพอยู่เช่น do take a seat เชิญนั่งค่ะ do forgive me I didn't mean to offer you โปรดยกโทษให้ฉันเถอะฉันไม่ได้ตั้งใจที่จะทำร้ายคุณ และตัวอย่างสุดท้าย do try to keep the noise down gentleman ก็คือพยายามลดเสียงลงหน่อยนะสุภาพบุรุษทั้งหลาย gentleman แปลว่าสุภาพบุรุษค่ะ gentleman sorry
Okay. Thank you, teacher Nama. Next, imperative with always, never, and ever. The words always, never, ever come before imperatives, as in, when we say always, never, ever, these are what we call frequency of adverbs, right? Can you remember frequency of adverbs? Always, look at this one. Always remember who's your boss. That is giving an advice, no? Next, never speak to me like that again. Don't do it, meaning don't do it again. Don't speak to me like that again. Next, don't ever speak to me like that. No, it's the same. The second example and the third example, it has the same meaning.
ตัวอย่างคำว่า always never แล้วก็ ever ขึ้นต้นประโยคนะคะเช่น always remember who's boss จำไว้เสมอว่าใครคือนายของเรา never speak to me like that again อย่าพูดกับฉันแบบนั้นอีก don't ever speak to me like that again อย่าพูดกับฉันแบบนั้นอีกสองประโยคนี้มีความหมายเหมือนกันค่ะ
Thank you, teacher Namwa. Okay, next, imperative with and. We can sometimes use the imperative plus and instead of an if clause. For example, look at this one. Go now and I'll never speak to you again. Or go now, if you go now, I'll never speak. That's go now and I'll never speak to you again. It means that if you go now, I will never speak to you.
ตัวอย่าง imperative with and แทนการใช้ if clause นะคะ go now and I will never speak to you again ไปซะเถอะฉันจะไม่คุยกับคุณอีก
Okay, next. Okay. I want you to open your book on page 30. Let's answer exercise 1. Imperatives, affirmative, and negative. Okay. For number 2, letter A, match the people with their statements. Okay, number 2. Mr. Michaels told his children, what do you think is the answer? Mr. Michaels told his children, what? Put your hands up, leave me alone, open your mouth and say, go to bed. What do you think? A, B, C, or E?
E, teacher.
Very
E.
good. Number 3. The doctor said, open.
Letter B.
Letter B. Yes. The police officer said,
put an up C
Teacher.
very good. Number
Letter
5.
C.
Jenny told her brother,
Letter
A
A.
letter A. Okay, finish. E,
Yes.
B, C, A. Next, number 6. The teacher said,
Don't move.
don't take.
don't take
Letter
a
I.
nap
Letter
class
I.
Very good. Next, number 7. Mr. Michaels told his children,
don't take this machine at night
don't eat
Letter-
so fast. Next,
Letter
the
G.
doctor said, don't
Don't
take
take this
This
machine at
machine.
night.
medicine
Letter J,
at
letter
night.
J.
Very good. Number 9. The police officer said,
Don't move.
Don't
Letter
move.
S.
move. Very good. Jenny told her brother,
Letter
S.
S.
don't bother me. Okay, now I will send a link in our word wall. I will send a link to our word wall. You will continue to answer your book next meeting, but I want you to play a game today.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link in our group chat and I want you to participate or play the game. Okay? Please put your name in English. Okay? Okay. I put the link in our group chat.
Go to toilet please.
Yes. You may go now.
เพ
Make it quick so you can play the
ค่อยเล่น
game.
ได้ไหมเพราะหนูปวดท้องมากที่เชื่อกลัวลิงก์มันกดเข้าไปแล้วมันติดที่
Did you see the link? Please play the link.
ได้
ต้องจับเวลาด้วย
Okay. Please play the game. I hope you enjoyed the game. Okay? You still have 2 minutes. 2 minutes before we end the class. I sent the link on our group chat in Zoom. And please play the game. Enter your name in English. Okay? So it's easy for me to track your score, to read your names and track your scores. Okay, I hope you are enjoying the game. Are you playing? I hope so. Okay.
Teacher, I think it's not hard.
It's not hard, very easy, no?
I think it นะ
It's not hard. Yeah, you can do it. If teacher Pooh will send the link also when she will upload this video, and you can, for those students who did not attend the class today, you can play the game, still play the game after teacher Champu post the video. Okay? Okay, it's already time. Please play the game so I guess because your scores are recorded, I should say. And I'll see you next meeting. Okay? Goodbye.
Okay, teacher. Thank you, teacher. I am finished.
Wow, good job. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, teacher. Bye bye, teacher. See you again next time.
Okay.
See you
Say
again.
say goodbye to teacher Namwa.
Bye bye, teacher.
Teacher Namwa.
เอาทีเชอร์น้ำวะ
บายบายค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
บ๊ายบาย
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ
ไปแล้วเด้อ